Yo, what is going on, guys? James here with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Modern Warfare's assault weapons, SMGs, shotguns, LMGs, marksman rifles, snipers. We're going to look at all the weapons, and then in a later video I'll show you guys the perks, the tactical and lethal equipment, and hopefully we can get an idea of what kind of class setups we're going to run. But starting off with the Kilo 141, this reminds me of the ACR back in Modern Warfare 2, especially the FAL. Was a fun class to run. The ACR primarily I would just be using suppressor extended mags. Really fun to use back in the day. But the FAL, if you guys remember, the FAL was fully, not fully auto. It was semi-automatic, and that gun was kind of hard to use because the recoil was so much. But it looks like the accuracy in this game is a little bit higher, so we'll see what kind of setups we can get going with this. And if you guys remember in Modern Warfare 2, the M4A1, when you suppressed it and you had the extended mag, this class was super beast, super fun class to use, and just dominate on the battlefield. And here we also have another classic from Modern Warfare 2, which is the FAMAS, but they did nerf it in this Call of Duty by lessening the amount of bullets you could shoot per trigger pull, because during the beta it was kind of like full auto. And so they added a delay. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. They added a delay on the trigger pull so that you can't shoot all the rounds in the magazine as fast as you can pull the trigger on your controller. Kind of annoying, kind of not as realistic as it is in the real world, but hey, they got to balance the game in some way. The Odin, which is pretty much the L85A2, if you guys remember that from Modern Warfare 2 as well. This was a good gun class. There was actually an LMG back in Modern Warfare 2, so it's surprising to see that they decided to put it in the assault rifles. But nonetheless, I'm sure we can make this thing just like any of the LMGs by adding extended mag and some other attachments to it. But so far, I really like this gun. The M13 kind of reminds me of the AR-15. I haven't seen a whole lot of gameplay. I haven't used it, so I'm not going to really talk on that. The FN Scar, though, that thing was my baby back in Modern Warfare 2. I would use the FMJ extended mags. If you guys remember Skid Row, I would literally just camp the staircase and shoot people through the apartment all day. This gun was really fun, really good to use. Another classic, the AK-47. I'm super excited to set up a couple different classes, especially making this gun into the AK-74U. If you guys remember back in Black Ops 1, it's pretty much like a miniaturized version, but basically an SMG, and it was great in close quarter situations. So I'm excited to see what kind of setups I can get going with this. We'll see how it runs, but overall I think the AK-47 and the Kilo 141 are going to be my babies. Looking at the SMGs, I am surprised to see that the AUG has decided to be placed in this category. I would have thought that it was an assault rifle, but it's actually an SMG. It's a little interesting to see. The P90 is going to be great, especially in ground war with the high extended mags. We're going to need that, especially in headquarters. In a lot of those situations where you need more bullets, the P90 is going to be the best running gun. Back in Call of Duty 4, this gun was awesome with red dot and extended mag, or actually red dot and bandolier. That was a good setup. I'm kind of sad that we're not going to have a dual wield with the Uzis. This gun is really inaccurate at times, and I just felt that it was way better with the dual akimbos. So we'll see how it goes. If you guys remember back in Modern Warfare 3, the PP-19 Bison was great. Absolutely great. It was a monster with the extended mag and suppressor. The time to kill on that gun was literally a 3-shot, so we're going to hopefully get something similar with that in this game. But like I said, a lot of this, we're going to just have to create some classes and see what happens. The MP7, another great gun. This is going to be super fun to use. I've already seen a lot of people throughout the beta and gameplay thus far using this gun. A lot of people have decided to not run any optics, but they've decided to change up their barrels and their magazines and the grips and whatnot. So that's going to be a fun gun to use. Shotguns, just like every other Call of Duty, it's going to be interesting because the reload times, I would really like to see how the customization goes down as I progress through some of these. But again, we'll have to see. If you guys remember the KSG back in Black Ops 2, that thing was a beast. So we'll see if this R9 shotgun is similar to that. If you guys remember in Black Ops 1, the Olympia, this gun right here, the 725, is very reminiscent of that gun. It's I kind of want to call it double barrel Daryl just because it has the over-under barrel setup. I'm sure we'll be able to extend it or shorten it and make it a very close quarters weapon that's going to do a lot of damage, but we'll have to see. Origin 12 shotgun, it's really kind of like the advancement of shotguns. It's awesome to use with an extended mag. It's really nice to just have when you're not trying to focus on the action style of the shotgun. This is the shotgun where you're really just trying to hold down a location, and you don't have to worry about having those reloads when 5 different dudes come through the door. LMGs, the PKM, if you guys have ever played Battlefield 1 in 1943 or 1942, one of those two, the PKM was a beast in that, but that's a whole different series. So I'm excited to see how this PKM performs. And the SA-87 is kind of like the L-85 that I was showing you guys earlier in the assault rifles class. We're going to see how that goes. This used to be called the MG4 in one of the other Call of Duties. This gun's pretty cool. The MG34, which is just a beast of a World War II machine gun, but we'll see how that one performs as well. Marksman rifles, this is where it's going to get fun for me. I know that I definitely love the Kar 98. The Kar 98 is a beast gun, especially as a sniper rifle, so I'm interested to see what kind of setups we can get going. The M2 carbine, I haven't really seen a whole lot of that. It kind of looks like a repeater rifle with that lever action. And next we have the sniper rifles, so the Dragunov, we've seen that before. The HDR, it kind of looks like a bolt action M14, so it's kind of interesting to see, but I know that and the AX50, they both have a slow fire rate compared to the Dragunov. So I'm sure a lot of people will be spraying with the Dragunov, but we'll see how that goes. And last but not least, for the melee weapons, as of right now, I'm sure they'll add axes or something crazy later. But right now, we just have the riot shield. Sorry guys, I almost forgot to include the secondaries. We have the X16 pistol, the handgun, pretty much a Glock 17, Glock 40, whatever you want to compare it to. It's a semi-automatic pistol. It's chambered in 45 ACP, so should be pretty cool. I love the 1911. Honestly, one of my favorite handguns in real life and in video games. I hate when game developers get it wrong. We'll see how it feels. I'm hoping that it's as satisfying with the recoil, the sound, the hits. I love the 1911. We'll see how that does. Another high-powered gun, the 357. If you guys have the weapons pack for the pre-order, you'll also be getting this. This already comes with the game, but the pre-order has the skin for it, the cosmetic for it. So don't worry about not getting this. Sorry if that confuses you. But this gun is awesome. We're going to see how it performs. The M19, it's kind of like one of the pistols that I recognize from Battlefield 4. Haven't really seen a whole lot with it. And of course, everyone's favorite, the Deagle. Everyone's looking forward to just two-shotting people and getting those one-shot headshots from medium to short range. Or I should say short to medium range, because the long range, it's extremely hard to hit people. But then again, we will be able to add scopes and different sights, which will help you. And that should be pretty cool to see. Alright guys, for the launchers, we have the Pila, the Strela, the Joker, which is pretty much the Javelin, and the RPG-7. The RPG-7, I'm sure this is going to be really fun to take out infantry. As you guys remember in previous Call of Duties, the RPG usually does not fly straight. It'll either curve to the left or curve to the right after it passes about 40 yards, 40 feet. So you might have to be close to get some accurate shots, but I'm sure it does a high amount of damage. And I think if you hit the choppers with this, it hits it once and it's done, because it's a free fire. It's not like the lock-on with the Strela or the Pila. And with the Javelin too, it's also going to be a lock-on kind of system, but this is going to be mainly used against like the tanks and all the infantry vehicles. Next, looking at the melee weapons, as I said earlier, we have the combat knife. I'm sure they're going to add more, and I'm sure that if you go over to the handguns and you customize those, you can add the tack knife option. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys liked it, please leave a like, comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with some more videos for Modern Warfare, so if you like this content, please let me know. If you want to help me make changes, please let me know later, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.